Bring your attention into the body and feel. Turn away from the fascination attention has with thought and feel, be in the body. I invite you to be in the body as if you just dropped in for the first moment, like an avatar. And this was your first few moments in a human body. So we're taking away the familiarity of it and just noticing what it's like. Maybe without a mirror, you don't even know what you look like, but you can feel from the inside. What is that like? Feel the way you're oriented to gravity, to the earth. Notice how you can align with that. And feel yourself breathing. Feel the rhythm of that expansion and condensation that marks the fact you're alive. It's been your constant companion. And you might just breathe as though you've never breathed before, uh, which is true if this were your first few minutes in a human body, as I've suggested. Who knows what sort of body you've come from, or whether there was a body at all. But if this were your first few moments in a human body, what would you notice? What would it be like? So we'll go down in our scan of the body, beginning with the scalp, and continue to feel. Continue to notice what's actually there, not what you think should be there, not what your vision tells you it looks like, but what actually is felt directly. The whole conglomeration of experiences of pulsing and tingling and vibrating and pressure, warmth and coolness. With your presence, invite each area to awaken. So the sides of the head, including the ears, with your presence, invite that area to awaken, to be felt, to be experienced afresh. And feel your face. The face from the inside, not the one that you visualize, but the face from inside. Where there's tension, you can consciously relax. Then relax it. I find around the eyes, in the jaw, around the lips, be places where that tends to be. And feel what it is to have a face, as if you've never felt that before. Drop any ideas you have of what you would like or not like to feel, what should be there or shouldn't be there. And just receive what is, receive what's there. And now the neck and throat. In any body part I name, you can take in the whole thing or let your attention become more focused and move around it in little bits. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you notice. The shoulders. Here too, if you're holding them up towards your ears, relax them. Let the shoulder blades come down the back and together. Mostly feeling shoulders as if you had never felt them before. And the arms and hands. The chest and the upper back. Feel them move with each breath. The abdomen and lower back. The pelvic area. The legs. And the feet. So now just expand your awareness again and wonder at that, just the way that awareness just focused in on all the different parts of the body. And now it expands. It's like what you are is a cloud of awareness. It keeps shrinking, expanding. Feel the whole body. Maybe there's a lot more sensation than there was when you first started the meditation. A clearer sense of what it is to be a human body, to be awake as a human body. And let awareness expand more. In order to take in the whole human body, it becomes a bit bigger than that. And maybe you can notice with awareness the whole field of consciousness, which doesn't seem to have a limit. Sure, if your eyes are open, there's a limit to what you see, there's a limit to what you hear. But this blank screen, this emptiness of consciousness itself doesn't have a clear limit. The body is here. There's a tendency to fix what you are in a place behind the eyes. But the attention can grow larger than that. The attention can turn towards that spot behind the eyes and notice it, a place from which we often think, I look out. So let that cloud of attention now just be with breathing. You can do that really broadly, as I tend to, which includes much of the body, or more narrowly, just the touch of the breath at the tip of the nostrils or the upper lip, or the rise and fall of the abdomen. Give yourself fully to breathing. Set aside the idea this isn't worth paying attention to, or it's boring, or there's nothing that happens. Those are all filters. Maybe you can feel the call of the body for the breath in those pauses between the breath. There's something we could call a signal. There's something that calls the next breath, and it begins. Sometimes when I become self-conscious of breathing, the I steps in and tries to make the breath happen, and it all feels a little artificial. But in the moments when that relaxes, you can just wait for that movement of the next breath. And you can feel it subside at the end. It's like standing at the sea and having each wave wash up on the shore, each wave of the breath. Notice those moments when the mind wanders off, and then come back to breathing. Notice the moment that the interest falls. Interest is a factor of mind that's worth noting. When it's present, there's energy in the noticing. When it falls, not so much, and then we drift off. You may need to renew your interest. It's possible to do that. I've been meditating for 45 years. I'm not tired of breathing consciously. So keep pushing the refresh button on your interest. But occasionally something comes up elsewhere that's drawing your interest, and it's okay to go to that. It could be something that's painful, an ache or an itch. It could be something pleasantly interesting, like a wafting sensation or even just the beat of your heart. Let that be something to be with. The touch of the fingertips, the touch of the lips, the ache in my sinuses, the coolness in my toes. Simple things. Note when there's a kind of a signal in the mind that something's wrong. Often that will make you glued to something. It's important to see that the difference between interest and concern. Something's hurting and the mind can't help but hang out there. There's a kind of searching for what to do about it. Those are important moments of mind to notice. Sometimes when something's really pleasant, like maybe you've landed in a place of pure peace and rest, notice when the mind says, "Oh, I want to make this last forever." The mind can't just rest in it. And then go back to breathing. Let breathing be your anchor. When the mind starts to rest in breathing, it's possible to both be aware of breathing and feel these other parts of the body. The breath can become your constant companion.